Cooking's more than a technique. It's a relationship. It's understanding the produce that you're working with. And I know relationship sounds weird when I say it, but it really is that. It's just a relationship. Cooking is so much more than just one or two things. It's an amalgamation of so many things. It's a medley of so many different emotions. I struggle to find the words or articulate it, what it actually is, but it's just so much. It's so many things. It's everything. It's life. I'm Chef Kelvin Kelly, and this is my origin story. The feeling of seeing someone sit in your restaurant, eat the dish that you've prepared, that you've put together, that you've honed in and you've crafted with the rest of your team, putting that in front of them and they consuming that with a smile on their face. There's just no feeling like that. There isn't. I have found very, very few things in this world that give you that feeling. And it's not just one feeling. It's love. It's passion. It's frustration as well. There's a lot of frustration, but it's all worth it in the end. It's all worth every single emotion that you go through. And some of those emotions are great and they feel great in the moment. It makes me feel like I'm alive. It makes me feel that I'm doing something that people are coming for, that I'm putting something together that evokes an emotion from that person experiencing that. My love for food doesn't have the quite romantic story one would think. It was quite pragmatic, actually. I enrolled in culinary school because I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I remember my first day in culinary school, the sparks just started flying. And I was like, what is this? Understanding how flavors blend, understanding how ingredients go together and pair well with each other. And that kind of blew my mind. And I was like, there's so much to life other than everything that I've experienced. This is it. And that's where the love actually came from. It was going through culinary school and just seeing all of those things. And then I started to think, every home has a kitchen. My heart and soul of my house, of my home, was the kitchen. And when I kind of realized that, I was like, well, that's exactly it. The entire family revolves around the kitchen, revolves around food. Everyone comes into that space, shares memories, shares experiences, a few tears maybe, but it is the heart and soul of a home. And growing up, I remember going through exciting moments and sharing that at the dinner table, going through sad moments and sharing that. And everything that was important to us as a family was shared at that table, over a meal, having something. And it's when I realized that my entire life was actually revolved around food. It was like a light went off and I was like, well, this is what I'm meant to do. That is what I was put on this planet to do. And it's such a liberating feeling when you kind of have that epiphany. And not to be very philosophical, but it is just that. It's not I didn't train under the best chefs, but it was just that love for that connection while consuming food, while making food. And the kitchen, I would spend time with my mom in the kitchen. She made the best roast potatoes on the planet. But I'd spend time with her and we'd chat about everything. It was just all of that. And I love that it hit me when I started culinary school. I can't imagine my life any different than it is now. I can't imagine doing anything else. It started from there. It was birthed there. So where do I find inspiration? It's, again, not one thing. It's so many different things. It's everywhere, every person. This interaction, if you're aware enough, you can pull creativity out of that. It's memories, it's experiences, traveling. You get so much if you're aware and you actually are looking for creativity in everything, because everything has creativity. Everything has been created to some degree. And if you're able to draw that out, you're able to find that creativity. The grow house upstairs, understanding how it's grown, looking at that, spending some time in there, just really sitting down, taking it in and finding that. Going to the market, speaking to the fishermen, seeing what their craft is and how their craft is. I find creativity and how I blend things and how I put things together from speaking to the guys at the market, the fruit and veg market, the fish market, speaking to our suppliers, seeing what they have available, thinking, oh, what can I do with this? What can I do with that? And it's not necessarily them giving you an idea, but they might give you an idea, and it's not necessarily that you take that idea, but that might spark, if you're open to that might spark an idea. I had a customer tell me he wanted some jacket potatoes on the menu, and operationally, it's not possible. It sounds great, but it's not. But that another dish was derived from that, because he had an idea to see something on our menu, and that drove me to do something different. It's life. It's every day, finding the inspiration in your everyday, going to unheard of places, discovering new places, walking through the streets of Dubai. You really are able to find inspiration and pull inspiration from that. So what makes the dishes we serve unique to us, different, our cooking style, is whatever we come up with, whatever we decide to put on the menu, we look at that as a whole and we say, okay, let's break this down. How many of these components in this dish are we able to make from scratch? Whether it be the pasta for the tortellini and the braised brisket, where are we getting that beef from? We're following the process, we're tracing the steps of that produce, and we're trying to honor it as best as we possibly can. The most part of our dishes we do produce from scratch. Our burger bun, we produce in-house, and we source that flour, and we use a specific flour. The butter is very specific. The milk we buy is a fresh milk, it's not a powdered milk. We try as far as possible when we're putting these things together to really care about that experience when that dish hits the plate. What that feeling and that emotion that is brought out from that first bite. And we really do that by breaking down every dish. We're not trying to invent the wheel by any means. We're just trying to hone our craft and do what we do. And if it means that, yeah, we spend a little bit more time in the kitchen or a little bit more time on a dish than we would need to, but it still makes it unique to us. It makes it ours. That I would rather have a pasta that is made from fresh eggs, that's made from milled flour, that's made from beef that we've braised and put it in together, and brown butter that we've made. I believe it gives an entirely different understanding to the dish. It gives an entirely different experience as well. Our ketchup is the most inconsistent item on our menu because we're using real tomatoes, we're using real apples, and sometimes you get the apple and it might be a little bit sweeter than it should be. It might be a little bit more acidic or more sour than it should be. So there's always that, and that's where our skill comes in, and we kind of balance that. But it is an inconsistent product, but it's ours. We make it from scratch. It has real ingredients in it. So why do we use the techniques we use here? Well, because it's the grow house. Everything is growing. It's fresh ingredients. Like, we want to make sure that we give the ingredient that we're using, the produce that we're using, the best chance to shine on the plate. And the only way we can really do that is by growing our own produce upstairs, is having that produce available for our people that are coming in to see that we are using, as we're allowing that ingredient to do the job on its plate. We're not taking over that job of that ingredient. We're allowing that to do that. And with the grow house, we're able to do that. We're able to go up, snip some herbs, bring some tomatoes down, chop some lettuce that goes into our burger, bring down the sage that goes into our tortellini, grow the tomatoes that goes on our Iskandar, there's the tomatoes that go into our ketchup. Like, it's all of those things, and that's why we choose the techniques that we do, because we want that ingredient to shine. And the only way we can do that is by using fresh ingredients, by using ingredients that people can see and say, hey, this is who we are. We believe in fresh produce. We believe in chefs being able to go in and snip something, bring it down, and understand the growth behind that, so that they can understand the ingredient better. If you understand how it's grown, where it comes from, it's so much easier to work with. There's so much more that comes out of understanding what the soil is, what's in the soil, why different plants require a different nutritional content of that soil. We want to put that forward and say, hey, we're also learning, we're discovering as we go. We're not pioneers in anything, but it's something real. I didn't have one individual that helped me shape that, and I don't really think anyone has just one. I think as you grow through life, and as you go through life, there's people that come into your lives that kind of shape who you are in that season. And for the most part, my business partner here, we understand each other, and he might have an idea, and that kind of motivates me to do something else. My kids are a huge motivation in my life. That my daughter would say, hey, I want to eat salmon tonight, but I want some chocolate in it. I was like, well, don't know how that one's going to work, but let's figure it out. And so it's not just one person. It's the city as well. I have incredible friends in the city. There are incredible chefs in the city. They are all my mentors. I look to them if I'm stuck. If I have an idea, but I'm not sure how I execute that idea, I reach out to them. Mentorship, if I can use that, over the years have been everyone I've come into contact with, everyone that's had an impact on my life, and that is chefs in the city, that are friends, that is family, that is work colleagues as well. And they might not know that they are mentoring me, but I look to them as a mentor. Listen to what they say, engage with them, and I'm able to pull that out and really use that for fuel and keep me motivated and keep me aspiring and keep me innovating. The story we want our dishes to tell is quite simple, and it's quality. It's really just what we put on a plate is quality. It's everyday food for everyday people, and that's all it is. But it's quality. It's thought out. It's meticulous, but it's simple. It's simplicity on a plate, and that's what our story is. And every dish tells a story of that quality and simplicity on a plate. A chicken sandwich doesn't need to be more than a chicken sandwich. It's just a chicken sandwich. A burger is a burger. Yes, you might have different variations of it and different methods and smash and big boys and all the rest of it, but it is just a burger. And that's what our plate says, and that's the story that each dish that we put on the menu says that. Yes, it might come from a memory, it might come from an experience, it might come from a conversation that it was birthed, but it's still essentially food on a plate that is fresh, that are made by real humans, that are made by real ingredients, that are for your everyday. It's not overcomplicated, and we don't overcomplicate it. And if there is something complicated, we try and uncomplicate it as far as possible. What do we want viewers to take from our story is it's exactly that. It's our story. It's not one person's story. It's not my story. It's everyone's story. It's the team that's behind us. It's the team that we get to work with every single day. It's the people that come into our spaces that give that energy, that provide that drive to continue to put something in their plate. It's that we are doing what we love, and that we enjoy the fact and relish the fact that you come into these spaces and enjoy what we're able to do, that you enjoy the spaces that we've created, that communities come in and really feel like they're a part of something. They are not just visiting a restaurant or a cafe, but they're a part of something. And we too are a part of that. We too are a part of that community. Every day is a new day. Every day is something to look forward to. Every day is something that you can find life in. Like you can find creativity and you can find all these things, and it's just we're people figuring it out as we go. And yeah, we make mistakes, as everyone does, but we're still people. I'm Chef Kelvin Kelly, and this has been my origin story.